Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. What are we talking about tonight? Well, the PlayStation Portal is off to a good start in the US. So data shared by Circana has revealed that the PlayStation Portal sales are off to quite a decent start in the US. Due to Sony's insistence, the handheld remote player has been categorized as a piece of hardware, despite the fact that it's technically a PS5 accessory. Coming out in November, the Portal became the fourth best-selling hardware despite limited quantities, putting it ahead of the likes of the Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally, and various VR hardware. Circana revealed that PlayStation Portal's limited launch inventory completely sold out in the US, a situation also seen in other regions, including the UK and Japan. Sony has since been trying to fulfill demand, but the Portal continues to sell out almost instantly. Of course, scalpers are also to blame for that, grabbing the handheld, before Christmas holiday, so they can screw people over purchasing a $200 device for $400 or $500 or whatever. But in its fourth position, of course, it puts itself behind actual console sales and managed to beat other gaming handhelds despite targeting a niche market. Sony had previously said that the Portal wasn't designed to make a profit, as it is meant to boost engagement and playtime with the PS5. So, there you go. I mean, I don't know. I don't. One thing I'll say is, if you're interested in a Portal, and you can't find one, just wait till after the holidays, because then you'll be able to get one. Once the holidays are over with, and the individuals that want to buy them, once it dies down a bit, you're going to be able to pick one up just about anywhere. You're going to go into the store and you're going to see it sitting on the shelf. Once the FOMO and all that stuff dies down, then you're going to be able to pick one up if you're interested in picking one up. Like I've said, we've talked about the PlayStation Portal before. The PlayStation Portal, for me personally, it's not something I'm interested in. I love video games and video game accessories, and I have a ton of video game stuff, but the Portal is just not something I'm interested in, and mainly because I don't have a use for it. Right? I'm not going to. If I got one, it would, I would play with it when I first got it, of course, right? I mean, there's no point in spending $200 and then just sitting something on the shelf. But my problem is, for me, is I'd probably play with it for about a month or so, and then it would go on the shelf, and that's probably where it would end up staying, is on the shelf, right, and collecting dust. And I would occasionally use it from time to time if I were traveling or go on vacation or something. I'd take it with me, but otherwise it would just sit there on the shelf. So for me, a $200 remote play device is not worth the money. Like I said, and I've said this before, if it did more than just remote play, I would be interested in it. If I could download my games directly onto the Portal and play them directly, then I would be all about it. But the fact that all it can do is remote play from my PlayStation, I'd rather sit at my big TV in my comfy chair and with a controller in my hand and play a PlayStation game than play it on a 8-inch 1080p screen, right? I mean, my TV is, much better than that, than a much bigger than 8-inch, and higher than 1080. So it's like, if I'm going to spend $500 on a device that has the capabilities of doing HDR and 4K and some games 120 hertz, then I'm going to play it on something that can utilize that power. For me, it's like there's no point in buying something that fundamentally other devices can replicate and do, right? But that's just for me. For those individuals out there who have a Portal, who enjoy using it, more power to you. You can spend your money on whatever you want. But I guess that's good. I mean, there's clearly a demand for it. And we, we don't know how many scalpers um, picked up this device to resell it. And there could be quite a bit, because we know that happened even during when the PlayStation came out and when the Xbox came out, and the Switch, and maybe even the Asus ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, possibly, right? Those right now you can buy those with no problem, and you can buy a PlayStation and an Xbox and a Switch with no problem now. But when they first came out, it was difficult to buy certain devices, and that's the same thing here, right? It is difficult to get out there and get your portal if you're wanting the portal. But don't pay the scalper prices. You could probably go to what is it, Hot Stocks, I think it is, where you can see like when certain places around your area are going to get new stock in for it, if you want to get one that way. Or like I said, just wait till the new year. It's almost 2024. Once you hit 2024, that thing is going to be in stock everywhere, because they're going to ramp up production. They're going to have it in stock. It's your Best Buy, your Targets, your Walmarts, everywhere you go, you're going to be able to find it, and you're going to be able to pick one up if you really want one. So I would just wait. If you can get one outside of that, great. But otherwise, just wait a little bit and you'll be able to go pick one up if you want to. So, and then I'm wondering how well the PlayStation Pulse earbuds are going to do sales wise. Those just came out here recently, and I've seen some people online that have picked those up. And again, it's like, there's better options out there, I would think. If you're going to spend the money on earbuds or a good headset, like really spend the money for it. Those earbuds are $200, and it's like you could buy some really nice. Maybe it might have to spend a little bit more money, but you could definitely buy a really nice set of um, earbuds or a nice headset that's really going to give you some awesome sound without having to spend $200 on these PlayStation uh, earbuds, if you're really wanting to get something that sounds good. Because if you think about it, now I know the PlayStation Portal has that, there's no Bluetooth, so you either gotta use like it does have a 3.5 millimeter jack at the bottom, so you can plug them in, or possibly find some sort of dongle that can plug into there that would be able to work in some form of fashion. I'm sure they make something like that. I'm sure there's ways around it that you could find, but if you think about it, like that's $200 for a portal, and then $200 for the earbuds if you're wanting to buy the earbuds too. That's almost the price of a PlayStation 5. It's like you can go buy yourself another PlayStation, right? Maybe $100 more to it, and you can get yourself another PlayStation. And I've seen people with pictures of people that have picked them up, like picked up two portals in the earbuds. It's like that's you know $600 that you just spent there, plus taxes. You spent like close to probably $800. Well, more like 700 something. But you spent like $700 on a device that requires another device, right? And it only remote plays that. But I understand people are getting things for Christmas. It's probably a big demand for Christmas, especially. I just hope for the people that go out there and buy a PlayStation Portal that they understand what it is, right? I think PlayStation's and Sony and people online have done a pretty good job of at least letting the consumer know what the device is and what it does. But of course, that's not going to reach everybody. And a lot of people are going to, a lot of people that want it, that might get it for Christmas and things like that, might end up being disappointed if they're not in the know, right? If you don't know what it is, and you're not sure, you think it's like a handheld that you can whatever, you can download games to or play PlayStation 5 games on, which you can, but I mean, you're mirroring what the PlayStation is basically mirroring itself to the device, right? So you're basically playing on the PlayStation 5. You're just seeing it on the portal, right? That's more of the extent of what it's doing. So So I just hope those individuals that do really want this and get it for Christmas or something, I just hope they know what the device is and what they're getting into, right? Or with it. Not that it's a bad thing or anything. I'm just saying, like, I hope people aren't disappointed with the device on Christmas. I hope they do enjoy it. For those people that enjoy it out there and have a need and necessity, I hope that, this works for you in that manner. But again, don't go out there and pay a scalper's price. Just wait. I know you want it now. I get it. I'm the same way, but I'm not going to pay more than MSRP for a device, no matter what it is, right? I'll wait for the device to be out there at a standard price. Now, if a place was selling a portal, let's say, for example, you wanted a portal and the place was selling a portal, but kind of like what they did with PlayStation and Xbox, where they combined it with other stuff. They said, okay, you can buy the PlayStation 5 and it comes with 2 games and a gift card, right? And they sell it for like $100 or $150 more or whatever. Then you could definitely do that if you wanted to do something like that, right? Because then, if you add everything up, usually it's either the same amount or a little bit better of a deal to do that than just buying the PlayStation, especially if it's games or a gift card or something like that you're going to use. Then, hey, if you have the money, right, then go for it. But just be cautious out there. A lot of people are going to scalp this. A lot of people are going to scam people on it. Right now it's popular. Clearly, it's selling out. Fourth most popular device currently. Right. I don't think it'll stay that way. I think after Christmas, when it is in stock in stores, I think it'll sell very well. And then I think the sales for it will kind of die off, right? Because I think the majority of the people that want the device will be able to get it. And then once they have it, I don't think you're going to see much more of, not to say it's not going to sell. I just don't think it's going to sell out, or it's going to sell like hotcakes after the majority of people have gotten what they wanted, right? But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the sales numbers are. This, I really hope this doesn't become a trend. I don't want to see Xbox come out with a handheld device that does the same thing, because Xbox also has remote play, just like your PlayStation does. It has remote play too. You can remote play to your phone or tablet or whatever from your Xbox as well as your PlayStation. So I don't want to see Xbox come out with a handheld device. But if this sells really well, it makes sense for Xbox to do the same thing, right? To sell something similar to that. I just hope that if Xbox does it, they do it a little bit better, right? Not just remote play. Like, make it more, I don't know, for someone like me, make it more, make it do more, right? Like, allow me, if Xbox came out with one, sure, you can allow remote play, but allow me to like stream games from Game Pass, right? Where it's not remote playing from the console, but where basically Game Pass is on the tablet, right? Or on on the tablet, and I can select a Game Pass game and stream it onto the tablet, right? Where I don't have to connect to my console. I just have to log into my account on the device, and then I can stream my Game Pass games. Or even better, make it to where you don't have to have huge amounts of storage, right? Give it some storage with the capability to expand storage if people want to expand it, and allow me to download games onto the device. See, if the PlayStation Portal had something like that, like if it had internal storage, maybe a low amount of storage, but you could expand it by buying SD cards or however they want to utilize their storage capability on the device. SSD, I don't know, whatever they want to do for it. And then I could download it onto the device and play my PlayStation games and stuff. Then I would be excited to get a Portal, right? If I could do that with the Portal, download the games directly onto it and play them, as well as go onto my PlayStation, stream my PlayStation Plus games directly right? And I'm not talking about going into remote play and streaming them that way. I'm talking about directly from the device, right? I'm not connected to my PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't have to be on. I can just turn on the device, go to my PlayStation Plus games and stream them straight to the device. Then that would, for me, that would be a much greater benefit than what it does today. But, you know, it is what it is. Everyone, has the things they like. And it, again, if you have a use for it, then, more power to you. So that's what I say. So good for PlayStation, I guess. Good for the Portal. I knew it was going to sell out. That I didn't doubt. So, it being having good sales, really didn't doubt that it was going to sell out. Didn't know how well, but I knew it was going to at least sell out, at least the initially, right? But right now that would be for November as the fourth best selling piece of hardware for November. But come December, come January, February, so on and so forth, it'll probably end up dropping in its fourth spot, I would imagine. But we'll have to see, especially as it gets, especially December. A lot of people buy Christmas gifts in November, but also in December, especially with this thing hard to get. You might see more increases in the Steam Deck or other devices taking that fourth place spot. And especially right now, Xbox is also on sale. The Xbox Series X is on sale. It's $100 off right now. So if you're interested in the Xbox Series X, this is a perfect time to pick one up because they're $400 right now. That's a dang good price if you're wanting that, right? So I'm surprised. I don't think I've seen anything about Sony doing the same thing. I'm kind of surprised they didn't. But I guess they don't need to really compete with Xbox, right? They've sold so many that they don't really need to compete with them in that regard. But I still figured they probably would. And they still might, but it is halfway through December. So let's see. But anyway, let us know down in the comments below. What do you all think? What do you think of the PlayStation Portal? Did you pick one up? If so, let us know what you think of it. Do you enjoy it? Do you like it? Honestly, what do you think? Let us know down in the comments below. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Help us out. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.